It's National Asparagus Day today. Fitzy, do you like asparagus?
No, I do not.
What?
I don't. Do you?
Yeah, actually, Saturday night, Jerusha
Yeah.
made marinated steak. So you marinate in soy sauce for about 6 hours, and then a huge mound of asparagus. I love asparagus. You know, the only thing that would have made it better had it been if we were eating it in a new house. And if you would like to get rid of your old house or buy a new house and have your asparagus in your new house, we recommend our friends from the Wisconsin Lakes team. Anyone could say that they're an agent, but not everyone treats their clients as they would like to be treated. And that's what Aaron and Katie do. Find out more by visiting lakesteamwi.com. There you go. It's also National... That wasn't too bad, right?
No, that was really good.
Oh, okay, thank you. It's also National Brothers Day, so I don't know if I say Happy Brothers Day to my brother. I'm not sure how you say it. Let's not use that one. Let's go with, what else is... it's National Escargot Day. I've never had that. Have you?
Man, no.
Is that the one... There's one of them that you... maybe that's more of a muscle thing or something where you don't even eat it. You just slide it down your throat or something.
I thought that was escargot.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know much about escargot. But I do know that Industrial Safety sells services practically everything that goes into a fire station or on a firefighter. They also do kitchen suppression system maintenance, inspections, and installs, and so much more. For more information about all of the services they provide, visit their website at industrialsafetystore.com. No, I don't think it is escargot. That's a weird snail type thing. There's something Rockefeller, and I think that just means it's on a grill. But I don't think it's called escargot Rockefeller. Oh. They serve it out of ice, right? And I think some lemons. Oysters. See?
Yeah.
There we go. Mike Schaefer. I knew it was somewhere in there. I just couldn't remember which one. Good morning, everybody. It's Positive Tuesday today, May 24th, 2022. Oh, good morning, everyone. For DrydenWare.com, I'm Ben Dryden, and you're watching Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. With nearly 20 years of experience, this locally owned and operated business has provided quality work in roofing, garages, siding, window installations, kitchen and bathroom, remodeling, vinyl and hardwood flooring, and you can even build your house or business from the ground up. Like Fitzy and I, they believe that it's the little things that make a big difference. So give them a call today. The number's right there on the screen, 715-520-2271. Fitzy, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's, as usual, weird when we do a different start time. So we're half an hour late this morning, but that's okay. It's just, like I had my routines. At 7:30 do this, at 8 o'clock at this, 8:15, and then 8:30 go live. And I was all ready to go to 8:30, and it's, well... Like I can't really start a project.
Waiting for me.
I know.
We threw our listeners off again. I had another meeting I had to be at, and it just ended at 8:40. So we just went with 9 o'clock, and it would work. It'll work okay.
Stop being sheriff.
Yeah, I know. I kind of quit doing sheriff stuff. And this was actually a good sheriff meeting. We had a good meeting with some county board member, and
nice.
Got some things discussed, and put hopefully some stuff to bed, and hopefully we made progress. That's all we can hope for.
That's good. So it was a good meeting. It wasn't a meeting.
Yeah, no, it was a good meeting. So we'll go with a good meeting, and we'll leave it at that. And hopefully it'll make the world a better place. I don't know.
Attaboy. The little things that make a big difference. What'd you do this weekend? How was your week?
I went to hockey this weekend. What else do I do on weekends? And good. I got not a real busy morning today, and I got a meeting at 10 after this one, and not much on the schedule. Getting ready for Memorial Day weekend, so wear your life jackets, get gas, and lots of traffic this weekend. So
have you been following the Johnny Depp?
No.
Thing. So I hate to admit it, but I kind of am, and I think it's a horrible situation, but it's so entertaining, and I feel badly for being entertained by it, but I kind of have been. Like when I'm working, I'll have it on another computer. It'll just be watching the thing. I feel terrible. I feel like such an idiot because I don't really get into celebrity stuff. But man, that's just a fascinating trial.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I had our website was down yesterday for 4 hours, from like 3 to 7 last night. So we're working on a DrydenWare Insider. I should be able to start talking about that next week. I was hoping to have it done for today, but we were making some changes, and then it wasn't us or a coder. They screwed something up, so it was just a nightmare yesterday. But we got it fixed. That's good. And then let's see, watch Formula One, some basketball, and then last week, of course, you and I had our show, which I don't call them episodes anymore. It's levels. So we leveled up to 95. Today we're leveling up to 96. See, I like that better.
So what does that put us in 4 weeks? And that's 104 weeks. So that is
after June
21st is
21st.
No,
I think
I can make that. I can make that one.
Oh, well, that'd be nice to have you on for our 100th show. Yeah, and then last week also had Kirk Anderson on, our friend Kirk Anderson with Kim Backstrom. She was live from Poland. That was a trip. That was great. Her story was fantastic. Thursday, a Democrat for U.S. Senate, Ku Lee. Friday, opponent against Romaine in the 25th Senate District. The Democrat opponent, Kelly Westland, was on. So that was good. And you're technically Democrat. So I'm like doing tons of Democrats right now, and I'm not getting any love for it. Like this week, we have another one, a Democrat for U.S. Senate, this Thursday. Where's the love? We only get hate when we have Republicans, and now we have a whole bunch of Democrats, and nobody says anything.
I'm everyone's sheriff. So
everyone's sheriff. See, Renee says that's interesting too, the Johnny Depp thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So just quick reminder that I literally only have one thing written down. So hopefully, please, somebody ask a question or put in a comment. Otherwise, this is going to be a short show. It was just a reminder that this Sunday is the Summer Cookout fundraiser for Shellick's 3rd of July extravaganza. It's at my brother's gym, or right outside the gym there at Matt's Ice Cream Stand. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And all the money that is raised from that goes to keep the Shellick, to make the Shellick fireworks bigger and better, and also to maintain and make sure that the street dance is free for the community. So make sure you check that out. That's all I have.
So when is that?
This Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
All right.
That's it. All right. Anything else? Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. No. So then the fireworks are July 3rd?
Yeah, I think they always do them on the 3rd. I don't know what day that is, but
that is a Sunday. That's what I was looking at.
Nice.
So it's a Sunday night. We'll meet you there.
Yeah, we were there together last year. Oh, I do have one. Since nobody's asking any questions, I'm just going to ramble on about stupid things.
Okay.
So getting ready. Speaking of Mike Schaefer, I got to call Tara there at Spooner Health and make sure we're signed up for a sponsorship so we can get in. But my putter, right? So that's my my white hot 2-ball Odyssey putter. But my brother-in-law came over from the cities this weekend, and he put a nice big new grip on it.
Oh.
I'm going to be one putting everything.
One putting? Good.
One putting. One putt, Ben. That's
yep. What's my job then?
Take pictures of me one putting.
Raffle tickets. That's my job. I'll buy raffle tickets.
I just went. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's a question. Good. So we have something. Any updates on the Chippewa Falls case or answers from fire in Barron, or is it all under investigation, so unable to share?
The Chippewa Falls case I don't know nothing about. And the fire in Barron is still under investigation. Obviously, I think the preliminary autopsy results are in on the deaths, and obviously there's smoke inhalation on the children, which that's a pretty easy assumption on our part. But the cause of the fire has not been determined. I mean, I don't know if we'll get a cause on the fire. I don't know.
Sure.
So that's a tough one. While I come up with a cause, it doesn't appear to be intentional in any way, so there's no charges are going to be coming down.
I think in law enforcement, don't you guys usually refer to that as initial investigation suggests?
Yeah,
right?
Undetermined. I mean, it may end up ultimately being undetermined. A lot of fires are undetermined when we have when we have fires that are potentially arson. It's just hard when the whole house burns, and all the wires burn and all the, every appliance burns and everything burns in the house. It's tough to find where a fire where it originated, but the cause of the fire could have been electrical. It could have been, something was on the stove. It could have been something here. It could have been something there, a space heater that burns up. I mean, how do you know what was there? So it's tough. They're tough situations. But again, we appreciate all the support on that. I only have one thing too, and that is our Cops and Robbers Donut Dash. So you can order T-shirts, just a
Nice.
T-shirt, so you don't have to run. You can just order a T-shirt, and it'll make you look like you
Just-
run.
I love it.
So,
You didn't have to
but then
go.
when people see you, like, oh, you ran that race, I'm like, yeah, I ran that
Yeah,
race. No,
totally. Oh,
and this one just says, I'm just here for the donuts.
nice.
So, Cops and Robbers Donut Dash 2022, and then the support the police. All the money goes to our Shop with the Cop program, and this is held during the Barron County Fair, which is on July. What is it? The fair is on July 20th through the 24th.
When do people have to sign up to get the shirt?
June 17th.
June 17th. And where do they go to get that information?
On our website, on our Facebook page, there's a link. You name it, you can find it everywhere.
Okay. Yep, July 20th through 24th, says Amanda. And it looks like Dave Armstrong says that's for me. I'm assuming he's referring to the...
Buying the shirt, not the race.
Yeah, that's my guess. We do have a question, and bringing up all the good hitters again. Oh, this is going to be great. Where do you stand on the marijuana legalization issue, or at least medical for people? It will help. We've talked about that in the past, so we don't have to go into full length of it, but just kind of recap. Where do you stand on that?
Yeah, medical marijuana should be rock on. Let's do it. I'm not for the legalization of it for use and
For recreational use.
For recreational use, I think. But the medical marijuana issue, I think Minnesota has a good law. I think we should copy and paste it, and we don't have to worry about it. So,
holy cow, Romaine.
Yeah.
Yep. So you go ahead and read. Most people aren't aware that open fields. I don't know what that is.
Allows the law enforcement to walk or search people in without a warrant, unlike your home or car, which does require one. The legislature has tried to strike a balance in the past by requiring that at least reasonable suspicion order search someone's property. Do you have any thoughts on this, Chris? Would requiring reasonable suspicion hamper law enforcement from doing their job? So I don't think reasonable suspicion. I don't need to search someone's property without reasonable suspicion. I got other things to do. Unless there's an emergency situation like the Claus case that gave us that we needed to search people's property. But again, in my opinion, we had way more than reasonable suspicion. We were looking for obviously a 13-year-old girl at the time. So I don't think that will hamper law enforcement. I don't like to tie law enforcement's hands, but I also want to create a fair balance for people. And people have rights, and we want to enforce those rights and let people have rights. And the open field doctrine, we don't go on people's property unless we have a reason to be on people's property. That's kind of been what the Sheriff's Department stood for and stands for. I don't know of any situation where we've just driven on people's property to find a crime. If we have reason, underage drinking parties, things like that, we go on people's property, but that's reasonable suspicion. We got to call or report that, you own 40 acres of land and there's a party in the middle of it. Well, we're going to drive out there to figure it out.
Okay, so I now finally just got time to read it through like 3 times because my ADHD is just bleh.
Right.
I think I understand now. Okay, so I didn't realize that. So currently, right now, open fields doctrine. So right now, you could, is that what I'm understanding, walk/search a person's land without a warrant? I mean, technically, according to the law, you could do that.
Yeah, I would assume so. I don't know. We just said, I'm going to come on your property and do that.
Right.
But no, I don't have any problem. I don't think that's going to hamper a job as long as you give us reasonable suspicion. We need that to do that, to arrest people. So we got to have more than that. So no, I'm good with that, Romaine, and I appreciate the question.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that. So is there any other bills that are out there right now that you are kind of tracking to see what's going to happen with them?
No, I would like to see the ATV laws mirror the driving laws.
What do you mean?
Like if you get an OWI in your car today, and they take away your driver's license, you can drive on the same road tomorrow on your UTV and it not be against the law. In some municipalities, like some municipalities have passed laws. So I'd like the ATV laws to mirror the law.
What?
Right.
Because I see, like here in Spoon anyway, Spooner anyway, there are ATVs and those UTVs.
Mhm.
They're everywhere on the roads, etc. So what?
Yeah,
That doesn't
and
seem right.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
I'm
that
not all
Spooners.
for someone gets a drunk driving and they lock them up for 20 years for their first offense.
Right,
No, that's silly.
right.
But that kind of seems like a pretty easy workaround. No, I get it. You still have to drive to work, but isn't there
Right.
like a work permit
Right.
or something?
You can get an occupational license when you get an OWI. So
Yeah. Or golf course or lawnmowers. Well, I'm okay with lawnmowers. I
yeah,
mean, because they can't really go that fast.
but
Uh,
that's the problem here is we want obviously these UTVs go 55 miles an
yeah,
hour, and so if I get an OWI today and they take away my license, tomorrow I can drive my UTV. In some municipalities, now maybe Spooner has the rule where you got to have a valid driver's license to drive, and that's what
sure.
municipalities are doing and passing. And that's what we're talking about at the county level. Then that's the topic of the next couple meetings. Probably will be ATVs, opening up all roads to ATVs. That's probably the next hot topic in Barron County that you'll see coming across during the next month.
Okay.
So, and we're in favor of opening them up. We think roads should be open up. Polk has a lot of roads open up. Washburn has some roads open
Yep.
up. Burnett has many roads opened up. Rusk has all roads opened up, I think. So as these, there's 44,000 people in Barron County. There are 10,000 registered UTVs, four-wheelers in Barron County.
Well,
So
some of those
one in
probably have multiple owners, or does that mean households? Or like
No, that's registered UTVs. So you're right. It might have a household might have three, but there's only
Sure.
44,000 people. So one in every four people have a UTV, and they drive them. So we're
Uh-huh.
talking a quarter of the 25% of the population in Barron County has a UTV.
I get it. And now
And
that
so,
makes more sense about having that mirror, those
right,
OWI or is it OWI in Wisconsin or DUI?
it-
I always say
it's
OWI.
OWI.
Yeah, that's what I put in everything. I think Minnesota's DUI.
Yeah, Wisconsin
Thing.
changed it years ago because it used to be people would take us to court. I wasn't driving. I was passed out with the keys in the
At a
ignition
stoplight.
and at my stoplight. Yeah. Well, that's operating, and
Yeah.
I wasn't driving, so people were
Oh,
so
sure.
many years ago they changed it from driving DWI to OWI because you could be operating if you could operate the vehicle. If you were in the driver's seat, you had the keys in your hand, you're operating. You can legally operate that vehicle. So
Sure. Just letting everyone know we don't have anything written down for topics today. So if you have a question or a topic that you would like for us to discuss, let us know. And good morning, Shani. I do have a question for you. So this morning I was looking, or I got one of those in the mail, my registration for my vehicle,
okay.
and it's up in June. I thought I saw, and I don't know if Romaine or if Dave Armstrong is still on, I swear I saw something recently that there was a law that changed about this. So my understanding was before, if it says June, that I had to get it done in June. Like, okay, it's June, my tabs are expired, so I go in anytime in June and just update it for the next year. But I found out that wasn't right. It's based on a date, like when it registered before, which I don't know what the date was. So I just always, the first day, I just make sure I go and do it. I thought I saw something, there was a law that passed that now you have like for the whole month. Are you aware of that? Or maybe I'm just misremembering. What
Yeah,
do you think, what is the law? So when, do I have to get it before June 1st or can I get it on June 30th and I'm still legal?
I think there's an actual date. It's
I thought
been,
so too.
but we're as long as you're working on it, you don't have to have. As long as you've paid for it and you haven't gotten the sticker yet, you might get stopped for it, but you're not going to get a citation because
Yeah.
you haven't received the sticker
I
yet.
just go to Economart. They actually do it
Yeah.
right at Economart. So there's
There
no
you go.
line compared to DMV, which in Spooner's open like Tuesday and Thursday for like 10 minutes at some weird time.
Probably more than that, but
All right,
just
well,
so
fine.
that the DOT doesn't get mad at us.
Yeah, so we just go to Economart and they just take care of it.
And there's a lot of those machines around, and that's nice that our stores continue to do that because I think that costs them some money to have that service. I don't know that, but it's just nice that they allow the state of Wisconsin to have those machines and do that. So
I knew it. Dave Armstrong, you're the man. Representative Dave Armstrong, we changed it to the
uh,
end of the month, but I'm not sure if the governor signed. Okay, well, shoot, that still didn't give us the answer.
Quick Trip does it. There's a lot of places that do it, so I think that's a good thing.
All right, I'll have to look into that when we're finished. So being an election cycle,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like the topic of law enforcement is once again a topic but everybody's trying to get law enforcement support, Republicans and Democrats. And without getting the political part of it, have you been contacted by, doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat, but from people running for office, picking your brain on things or trying to get support? Not necessarily an endorsement, but it's maybe like 2 years ago, let's face it. How many were really probably calling you 2 years ago when there's a lot of other things going on? Are you getting more, feeling that a little bit more from both sides?
Well, I don't know that I'm getting any more because I have a great relationship with Dave and Romaine, and I talk to them on issues, and they talk to me about issues. I don't know that it's weekly, but it's whenever there's an issue either that I have that or they have. So we communicate all the time, year round, and I think that's why that's the relationship that we build, and that's why I build so many relationships with people, because relationships are the number one answer to everything. That's why I have relationships with the media, and I have relationships with county board members, and I have relationships. And obviously, you don't have. Sometimes they're not all positive relationships, but you work on some things. So, but yeah, I think we are a good topic for it, and I think everybody wants law enforcement on their side because they don't want crime. And we saw what happened when police officers in Minneapolis left. Crime kind of went up, and now they were just telling me, where was I yesterday, and they were telling me that what county was really short cops. And
in Minnesota?
Yeah, it was in Minnesota somewhere. Sure. Dane County. No, it was in Wisconsin. Dane County was down like 40 patrol officers short from retirements and people that have left to go out to other jurisdictions. That's a lot. I mean, I can't. I only have 16 patrolmen. If I become 10% short, and their staff is 400.
That's what I was just going to answer. What percentage is that? Because 40 sounds like a lot.
10%. But if I was 10% short, that'd be almost 2 full-time people. That'd be hard to operate. We'd be forcing people in a lot if we were 2 deputies short.
Yeah.
And that's the trouble with being 2 deputies short. In a Washburn County, and if they're 1 deputy short, that creates overtime in a budget, and it creates forcing people in on their wonderful Memorial Day weekend off. So just to talk about Memorial Day. So back to the final part of that question. Yes, we are being contacted. I think law enforcement is a key issue in the upcoming elections, from the governor's race to the attorney general's race to local elections. I think law enforcement is a great topic. So,
thank you, Dave.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about the tabs.
Oh, so he's checking on it. Yeah, he's sharp like that.
Yeah.
And so, like that. But I do want to talk about Memorial Day weekend because I think we're going to be out on the boats, the ATVs, traffic. Traffic is going to be, even with the gas prices, they're telling us not to expect a reduction in travel.
So last year, if you can remember, so it's been, well, obviously 2 years ago now, we're right in the middle of COVID. Correct. Right. I mean, it was just after so in May 2 years ago, that'd be right after the Safer at Home. I think that was April, I think.
Right.
So obviously everything was pretty much, shut down. Mm-hmm. Then last year, we had that surge again. I think that was around then. So do you recall last year? I have to go back and listen to our show following Memorial Day last weekend. Do you remember how it went last weekend? Was there a lot of people out at that time? I think people were starting to.
Yeah, I think we did. I don't remember what the weather was
like.
So
are you looking at this year going, okay, this is kind of it's going to be a typical busy, but maybe even more busy because there has been, because even last year there were still some people who were hesitant about going, maybe even people from the cities and other areas that come up to their homes. Are you anticipating being really, really busy or normal busy?
It depends on the weather, and I'm just looking it up. So Friday it says 75 and 50, 76 and 76. So
well, see, you don't need to look at the weather.
Why?
Dirk. He already had that for you. Warm this weekend. Rain this week.
Starting tonight through Thursday, it will rain more often on showers, and they'll
Sunday near 80 by see. Yep, yeah. He had us covered, and it's going to be really warm this week. So it's going to be a gorgeous weekend. It sounds like.
So just that alone, not being Memorial Day, we would expect to be busier. Speaking of that, we got a guy. I'm not proud of this, but I'm going to post it on our Facebook page. We got a guy doing 112 miles an hour in a 55 zone the other day. 112 on a county road. So he was issued his citation, which was over $500. He more than likely will mandatory lose his license for so many days. But that's what we see when the warmer weather happens. And that was last
You've
week on a nice day. I've said it
you've
before.
said that before, that if it's warm weather, people speed.
Yeah. And this guy was obviously excessively speeding.
Right. Was there alcohol involved, or can you share
No,
that?
it was
No,
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
just in a hurry, or
Just, yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know the answer to that question, but not racing to
sure.
get to the hospital, not doing anything.
Yep.
No, I gotta shut my ringer off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, but speed goes up. So with the nice weather, people are want to get out of their boats. People put their docks in, and they're going to want to use the water. Now the water's not real warm yet, so keep your life jackets on. It's that shock factor of going into the water when you jump off a boat, because it's not going to be real. The water temperature isn't that warm yet, so that's our concern when it
Oh.
comes to that. So where your the shock factor of having cold water, wear your seatbelts, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, all that stuff for Memorial Day weekend, Friday and Monday, big traffic days for us. Hopefully it'll go smooth, but we're prepared. Our UTV patrol will be out, our boat patrol will be out, our traffic patrol is going to hit the roads, and hopefully it'll just be nice and smooth and everybody has a blast and we don't have any crime.
Well, I told you, every year at this time, anytime there's events and you talk about boating and law enforcement, I'd be more than happy as soon as you get that airboat. Or I can practice with just a regular boat driving, because I need a little practice on that stuff. Out of curiosity, when it comes to OWIs in Barron County, do you have an internal policy, or this is just how it works here, that if there is an OWI and it is one of your guys, and by guys I mean male or female, that's fine, just one of your deputies,
Mhm.
give someone a ticket for OWI, is it mandatory that they have to come in and get a booking photo and go through that process, or is it just kind of depends?
No, we don't do that anymore.
Oh, you
First
used to.
offense, we used to do that. We used to bring everyone to jail. Some of that was a deterrent. COVID changed that policy. Um,
Hmm.
but jails are the most, the jail is the most, whatever. I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for, but they're the most, our insurance company is more concerned about the jail than any other part of our division. The most things can happen, medical events, etc., like that. I bring you in for an OWI first. I book you in. You have to get booked in. You have to get released. You have to sit, until someone comes to get you. If you have a medical event during that time, we are responsible. We, being the taxpayers of Barron County, are responsible for that. When it was
Sure.
truly just a book and release, and sometimes, we can't look at this as the reason, but sometimes jail, enhances your stress level, and that causes issues in your body if you can't handle stress. So we look at that as an issue, so we don't bring first or second offense. If it's a felony, yes, you get booked in, and obviously you wait to see the judge on fourth offense or more. But first and second offense, unless you don't have somebody to sign for you, you do have to come to jail. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying as long as someone comes and gets you that's sober and can care for you for 12 hours, we'll release you to somebody after your
Sure.
first or second offense.
I put the Barron County, well, all of the 6 county booking reports up, the weekly reports this morning.
Mhm.
So you do that right before our show on Tuesday morning. And I noticed that Barron had, I think it was like 27 over the last 7 days.
Uh,
And that's way down from the last 3 or 4 weeks. 'Cause usually it was about 3 pages long, 2.5, 3 pages, and now it
yeah.
was just over 1 page. Anything you would attribute that to?
Weather. I mean, it was just a bad weekend of
How
weather.
I'm not gonna lie. You talk about the weather and how that impacts, but I guess I just don't really believe it.
But people
But
don't
you're
go out. They
that's
don't
weird.
go out. They don't stand outside the bars. They don't. If it's cold when you leave a bar and you stand outside a bar and you're
Yeah.
intoxicated and someone bumps you, then you think you're a tough guy, and then it causes other problems. People
Mhm.
are like, "I'm cold. I'm going home. I'm just going to get warm and go to bed,"
Screw it.
and that works. It works for us. When it's warm out, people stay out later. They stand around and talk. And then it leads to other things, and it just the warm weather, more people are out because otherwise it's like it's 40 degrees. I'm not going out and waiting in line at a bar to go inside, to get out of my car, to go into this bar, or whatever it is. But support our restaurants and bars. And people do that. They just went out to eat and they went home. Um, so I don't know. what will happen this weekend, but weather is going to be a big factor. If it's nice out, everyone's going to be out. And so hopefully people just make the right decisions and do safe things so that we can enjoy our weekend as cops. But we'll be available here if something bad happens, and then we'll put out the press release on Monday. So just, you never know. I mean, you look at that, it was a Monday and Tuesday last week that I sent out all the press releases, or was it?
Yeah, it started on that Thursday. I think it was, and then
it was a Thursday and a
Friday.
Friday.
Yep, a Thursday, and then a Friday, then an update, then I think another one on a couple on Monday. Yeah. Are you? Is this one of those weekends? Because I know that you like going out and actually, being a cop, like pulling over speed. You know what I mean? You go out, and I say that jokingly, but your job isn't to necessarily sit and pull over speeders. I mean, you're administrator, you're an elected official, you're in a leadership position. That's why you have a team, and you trust the team to do their jobs, etc. But you do like to go out on some weekends, on some events. New Year's Eve, I know. Halloween is like one of your, for some weird reason, you really enjoy. I think just because you don't want to actually give out candy at your house because, you hate kids probably.
That's probably it.
Yep. No. So is this one of those weekends because it's busy, or on Memorial Weekend you typically go out, or you like going out more to the events, but I'm not going to go out on a, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night on Saturday night?
No, I think if it's really nice out and the calls are picking up, I would think I will go out and work. I love going out and play cop.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. I enjoy it, and I do like it. I like to be warm. I like it when it's warm out, where more people are out to talk to. You can stop at boat landings and talk to fishermen. You can stop at different places outside bars and restaurants and say, how is it? And people are they're happier when it's warmer. I mean, the sun is brighter. It's probably some chemical reaction in your body. I have no idea. I'm not a doctor, but it's more fun to be out.
I'm really sure that the bar owners love it when you just hang outside their bar and talk to people. Come on, dude, you're killing our business right now.
That's not what we do. But,
okay.
You just gas stations, and we'll just say gas stations.
Okay, we'll say gas stations. That's better. That's one way. You just put a cop outside of every single bar. That'll slow down some OWIs.
Right, yeah. So other than that, I just don't have a lot coming up. I mean, it's going to be summer season is kicking off after this weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're into the next weekend is the dairy breakfast. So I'll be flipping pancakes for our dairy breakfast just outside of Elmina. So that'll be fun. I just got my schedule. My pancakes are the best, so you got to come to my line during the dairy breakfast, not the county administrators. And luckily, this is my show, so I can dig him all you want because he's never going to be on it. No.
Yeah.
So and then it's Camerama, then it's Aquafest, and then then we have a celebrity golf event for a big, huge fundraiser. We raised about $100,000. Then midweek in June. Then we're talking already mid-June already. So
I'm thinking Romain is referring to your pancakes. That's just my guess. I don't really know.
Yeah, well, he should. He doesn't get up that early. He has to take the second shift. So actually, he's on there. Him and Dave are flipping. Maybe they have their own little battle, but mine are way better than Jeff French's. And Romain's just taking the high ground there and being politically correct.
Yeah. All right. The Veteran Cemetery on Saturday for the Memorial Day program. I think I received something on that. I don't know where it is. I had it somewhere. I did want to bring that up, and I don't think I printed it out. But I think that is this Saturday. I forgot. Where is it going to be? Is there anything in Barron County for that?
For what? I don't know that answer to that. I assume there's probably something. There is on the 30th. I think it's next week. They're doing a veterans along the lakeshore thing. I think maybe it's on Monday. I think they do something on Monday. Veterans along the lakeshore. So I do have some hockey this weekend, so I will go watch Jace play some hockey, but I'll be around Sunday.
Sure.
Graduations are our weekend one. Congratulations to all our graduates. Parents who host lose the most. We talk about alcohol is a big issue. So it's $500 if you give alcohol to a kid. So we talk about that a lot.
Oh, you have to pay $500. Okay.
Yeah, if you give it per kid.
You got to pay.
So if you allow 10 kids in your house, that can cost you $5,000 in citations. So just a reminder, we want our kids they've worked so hard for the past, 12, 13 years to get out of high school, if you count kindergarten, that they don't wreck it in one weekend. So
Yeah.
graduation is a big weekend. Um, so
Yeah. When I'll go to the gas station and maybe I'll get some beer and I usually try to throw in some way, shape, or form that I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's not for me. Just some, kids outside just asked me to get it for them, so whatever. They don't seem to really appreciate that humor.
they don't, because
Nope.
we just did that. In fact, we did a compliance check recently, and we did 16 establishments, and 4 of them served to our high school kids.
What?
We just had a class to. We don't give them a citation for the first offense. They have to attend a class that we teach. A deputy and I myself taught the class last night to all these owners. They should bring their owner or manager of their business in with them if they can. We did have one owner come last night with the bartender, and then we had a couple liquor store owners, or not liquor store owners, but liquor store clerks come, and they have to take a class on why it's important to check IDs and how you check IDs. These IDs get somewhat complicated, so that is why we work with our Tavern League. Our Tavern League is a very good organization. They do a lot in the community, and we're not out there to wreck their business. In fact, we help promote their business. In fact, on the 4th of July, the Chautauqua area really promote boating safety. It's a big thing. They want people to be safe, because if there's a bunch of crashes on their lakes with drunk people, it's going to hurt their business. So the more that they can promote safe drinking and driving, there is no saying it's safe drinking and driving. Find somebody that's sober to drink or drive.
Yeah.
And so our Chautauqua Lakes Association and Chautauqua Chamber do a great job with that. Our volunteer fire departments train for this every year, because they know there's going to be a boat crash. We have the Chautauqua dive team, the Chautauqua Fire Department, and the Cumberland Fire Department on the lake. And so all of these fire departments train for these water rescues too. All you're doing when you have a car crash is you're not wrecking their weekend, but you got to remember, all these people leave their family events or whatever they're doing, and they have to go rescue you. So just be smart. Let's work on this together so our community can do great things and not have tragedies, and not have to talk about, we only talk about this when there's a tragedy. Well, let's talk about it before it's a tragedy. And I think that's one thing on this show that we've talked a lot about is promoting that, good thing.
And have an exit strategy, right?
Have an exit strategy. It's as simple as that.
Before you take your first drink, have a plan. And assume it's going to be, I'll be intoxicated. And if it isn't, fine. But just have that plan first, because you're not going to make the right decision. Oh, outstanding. It was a sign. You have until the end of the month to renew your license tab. So nice. It's just nice to know I can do it any time. I mean, I'll get it done. I just didn't know if I needed a.
Well, I'm giving you a ticket, and then
Dave Wilson. Wrong county.
Dave Wilson. I'll get Dave Wilson. There he is.
Oh, brother. Yeah. All right.
He's our guy. I haven't talked to Dave this week. Have you talked to Dave this week?
I talked to him yesterday. He had some. He's going to bring over some wood. It was supposed to be today, but some things come up.
He's got firewood?
I get firewood from him, and then he's going to help take down one of our. During those windstorms, some branches have been falling down, and I think they're a little dangerous. So he's going to bring a chainsaw over. And
you need a man in the house? Is that?
I do.
Oh, there.
Can I edit that out so my wife doesn't see that when we watch it later? Yep, pretty much. He's the man of the house. He's the man of the outside. Yeah, I don't, outside meat doesn't really work very well. So, but I'm worried because the last time he was at a Dryden residence with a chainsaw helping work, that was when Dad had his heart attack. So now I feel like I kind of don't want him to come.
Chainsaw and a defibrillator he'll bring. So you'll be good.
Okay. You know what? Maybe I won't call Spooner Health and sponsor the golf thing this year. All right. Anything else you got going on?
We're in, Mike. Don't worry. No, I got nothing else going on. Get your T-shirt in. Enjoy the weekend. Go out and have fun and graduation parties, Memorial Day weekend. Be safe on the roads and the water and the trails, and just enjoy each other and go make a difference.
All right. And I have this Thursday, Democrat for U.S. Senate Stephen Oikara, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He will be my guest on Thursday. And then on Friday, John Yackel will be on. Story County Judge Honorable John Yackel will be joining me on Friday. So can't wait to talk to him. Yep. All right. This is a great. This show is going sideways fast. How come nobody picks on you? I know, because you have a gun. That's what I need. If I get a
I have a
gun.
gun. No, you shouldn't have a gun either.
No, I really shouldn't. Trust me. If you know me, you know I should not have a gun. I'm not very responsible.
Appreciate it.
All right. For Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald, I'm Ben Dryden, and you've been watching Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. With nearly 20 years of experience, this locally owned and operated business provides quality work both on the outside and on the inside of your home or business. So give Brian a call today, 715-520-2271. As we sign off, remember, it's the little things that make a big difference. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the comments, except for, Mike and a few others there. And have a blessed day.